So first of all, thanks for checking out this video. And second of all, you're gonna wanna make this delicious beef stroganoff. It's savory, it's got all kinds of flavor to it, and it's super easy to do. And I'm gonna show you how to do it using only one pan. You're gonna wanna make this. I'm Dave, you're watching Dave's Taste Buds, and welcome back. I've got kind of a throwback episode today. This is a one skillet dish that's so easy, so simple to do. It's not a lot of ingredients. It doesn't take any time at all. It's very little prep. Before we get into our beef stroganoff, let me tell you what we're gonna need for our ingredients. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. You got your chuck or sirloin sliced up into strips. Then we're gonna load in our mushrooms and onions. We're gonna hit that with a little bit of butter, some garlic, some Dijon mustard, and then we're gonna pour in our beef broth, and then we're gonna let it simmer with our sour cream, and it's just gonna all come together. So now that we know what we need, let me show you how to do it. So first thing you're gonna need to do is cook off some egg noodles, set those aside, put a little oil on them so that they don't stick together. We got our cast iron skillet. We got it nice and hot. We're just gonna hit it with a little bit of neutral oil, and we're gonna sear off our steak. This is only a pound. All of the items and the ingredients and everything else that you need, the amounts are going to be in the description below. So this is only a pound, so I'm not really worried about overcrowding the pan. If you have more than this, you're making a lot more than this, you might want to go ahead and do this in batches. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to let this get a quick sear to it. It is going to have time to simmer a little bit with the beef broth and the... Can you even see me through all this steam? It's gonna simmer a little bit with the sour cream, so it is gonna have time to break down a little bit. So don't worry about getting a piece of meat that has, you know, not a lot of marbling to it. You don't have to go crazy with what you spend and what kind of meat you get, which is also good. So even to make it more simple, I went ahead and I got the mushrooms already sliced, but ahead of time, I just sliced up the meat. I sliced up our onions, got all the ingredients all organized and ready to go. So this is going to be super simple.
5 minutes later.
I also like to hit this really quick with a little bit of salt and pepper. I mean, with all the other ingredients you have going on in here, this creates such a savory, rich flavor to it. So I mean, I don't know. You know, you may be able to look at the salt and pepper as a little bit unnecessary, but I do it anyway. I feel like it just gives it another dimension to the flavor. Speaking of added layers of flavor, this is why you're going to want to give this meat a quick sear. Can you see that? That searing just kind of adds like another layer of absolute deliciousness. This is going to cook a little bit more, simmering, to kind of pull in our sour cream into our beef broth. So you don't have to go crazy making sure it's super cooked. Just make sure you get that sear on there. Everything else is going to pull together. We're also going to be deglazing this pan, so all of this flavor at the bottom of the pan is going to pull off too. Now, I hear all these other cooks on TV and on the other channels calling it fond. I mean, I've been cooking for, I don't know, 30 years, 35 years. I've never heard the word fond until like 2 years ago. I used to just deglaze the pan. Apparently it has a name now. Feel free to comment. Feel free to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So now that we got a nice sear to our steak, we're gonna go ahead and cook off our mushrooms and onions. And to do that, I'm gonna add a couple knobs of butter in here. Get this nice and melted down. It's a little over a tablespoon. Like I said, all of the ingredients and amounts will be in the description below. Also in the description below will be a link to my Amazon storefront. If you could do me a favor, go check that out. See if there's anything in there. Cooking supplies, anything like that, utensils, cookware, plates, anything you might want to buy. Look at that. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. I'm gonna put our mushrooms in first. Get those started. Now that we at least got a little bit of cook to our mushrooms, We're gonna put our onions in. Wow, just the smell of the onions and the mushrooms and the beef. All those flavors coming together, it smells absolutely delicious. We're gonna kick that up a little bit more. We're gonna add a couple of cloves worth of chopped up garlic. We're just gonna give this a couple more minutes to cook down. While we're doing that, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because that way every time one of my episodes comes out, you'll get notified and you can check it out. Look at this beautiful brown, seared, packed with savory flavor. Nice. And look at this. This is a pound of beef. You could feed 4 people with this. Piece of cake. Over some noodles. You got everything you need in here. One pan cooking. Super easy for the weekday. Little Dijon mustard. Plop that in there. Get out of there. Come on, Dijon. Cooperate. Perfect. Clean this up a little bit. Give that a quick stir around. Oh, the smell. You smell delicious. Cup of beef broth. Going right in there. I'm gonna turn up our heat a little bit, get this to a simmer. Look at this. Told you it was gonna be savory. It's also going to be rich and creamy. Now that we got a really nice simmer going on, get rid of this. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll really see, and I kind of push this a lot, that I like to just clean as I go.
Keep your station clear.
Every time I'm done with something, throw it in the sink. If something's got to cook, take care of the stuff that's in the sink. Get it out of the way. I mean, when you finally sit down to eat, you want to be able to eat. You don't want to be able to sit there and think, oh, you know, after I eat this, now I got to clean up everything that I used to make it. Get your stuff together before and clean up as you go. Sour cream, healthy amount of sour cream. This is, I believe it's half a cup. Again, check below. We're just gonna slide this cream cheese. We're gonna slide this sour cream right in there. And we're gonna give it a stir. And that is your flavor country right there. We're gonna stir this in. We're gonna bring this to a simmer. We're gonna let it simmer only, you know, a couple of minutes, just enough to give it a little bit of thickness. Oh, come on, man. Give it a little bit of thickness. Pull all those flavors together. Look at that. That's it. That's a beautiful simmer right there. So like I said, I'm gonna let this simmer, pull everything together, get a little thickened, and then yeah, I'm gonna put it in a bowl over our egg noodles, and then comes my favorite part. I'm gonna taste it. So sit tight. Okay, it's time for my favorite part of the episode. Okay, it's time for my favorite part of the episode. Let's taste this. Look at how this came out. Rich, creamy. We got our perfectly cooked egg noodles. Gonna try to get a little of everything. A little egg noodle on there. Ooh, this still looks really hot. Here we go. So right away, you just get hit with this savory, beefy, mushroomy, oniony, garlicky flavor, and it all just flows together so perfectly. It's such a delicious bite, and it's such an easy dish to make. I had time to clean up while it was simmering. So super easy. Do yourself a favor. You're gonna wanna make this, okay? So check it out and make it.
Okay, I will.
What's next?
Stop scrolling. This is the creamiest, crispiest, most chaotically comforting tuna noodle casserole you've ever seen. This is not your grandmother's tuna noodle casserole. Or is it? I'm Dave, and this is Dave's Taste Buds. Here's what you're gonna need for this recipe. 12 ounces of egg noodles, 2 cans of tuna and water, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, half a cup of sour cream, 1 cup of frozen peas.
No, thank you.
Look, if you're not into veggies, if you fear veggies, skip it, leave them out. 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar, and then crunchy, crispy potato chips for the top. Boil your noodles aggressively, and then put them in your pan. Add in your sour cream. Put in that cream of mushroom soup. Throw in those peas. Give it a mix. Fold in that tuna. Get half of that cheese in there. Not all of it. Save some for the top. Potato chips. Wait.
What? Why?
Not yet. What are you doing? They go on the top. There you go. Set that aside. Classic dish deserves a classic casserole dish. If you're of a certain age, you know what this is. Corningware. It's a classic, old school comfort food that deserves the pan that matches it. Could you put this casserole into a 9x13? Definitely. This probably isn't even big enough, but I want to use it, so I'm gonna use it. Get that mixture. Get it right into your pan. Look at that. It does fit. Get it all. That's the creaminess, that's the goodness. Get it in there. Oh, it's gonna fit. Rescue. Oh. Now remember, your noodles, don't cook them all the way. Leave them a little bit less than cooked because they're gonna cook more in the oven with this casserole. Now, the rest of that cheese on top. Spread it around evenly. This is where old school meets new school. Potato chips. Right on top. Spread them around. Get that coverage. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now that you get it in there, let's get this bad boy into the oven at 375. Preheat your oven. What are you doing? You don't want to get to this point and then be like, I never turned the oven on. Turn it on before you even start. Get that preheated. We're going in for 25 minutes. Get that casserole into the oven. Let's go. Perfect. See you in 25. "25 minutes later, and we are done. Look at that. Oh, brown on the top, crispy. Ooh, hot. All right. Let's dive in. All right, 25 minutes later, it's out of the oven and it is looking perfect. So let's get right into it. Look at how, oh, the crisp. Oh, the crisp. Let me see what's going on in here. Look at that. Oh, I can taste it already. That is Nostalgia on a plate. It's crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside. Let's see just how good it is. All right. The moment of truth. And I already know it's delicious. Oh, look it. Oh, oh. Mmm, mmm, mmm. 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 I feel like I'm sitting around the kitchen table again with the whole family. It's 1980-ish. Let's not go crazy. This is delicious. So thanks for watching. You're gonna wanna make this. I got a video up here that YouTube wants you to check out next, so check it out. And like, subscribe, put in a comment if you wanna see me eat this for breakfast tomorrow morning, because I'll do it. Don't tempt me with a good time. Like, subscribe, comment, and once you're done doing all that, go cook something. Oh my God.